Hey guys, this is John Gibb coming back at you with another episode of Fight Insight. So this Saturday we've got Kevin Lee versus Charles Oliveira, and I got to give props to Kevin Lee. I think that he's moving backwards in the rankings for this fight, and I think that's a really dangerous opponent. I think Charles Oliveira is one of the dark horses of the lightweight division. Nobody really talks about him, but he's this will be his 25th fight in the UFC, and he's only lost to the best guys out there, but he's not really a big name, so he's a risky adventure. Kevin Lee's definitely the more popular of the two. He's coming off of that huge win against Gregor Gillespie, has a lot of great trash-talking moments that have made it viral. It's been seen on television. He's fought for the title. So Kevin Lee is the name. This is supposed to be his fight to showcase. We'll start with Kevin Lee's skill set. So Kevin Lee is known for his wrestling. He's got a really good takedown. He can take you down in the center of the ring. He can take you down up against the cage. It's probably underestimated. He's got very good control on the ground. He passes really well. He's got nice ground and pound. He could take your back really well, and not a lot of wrestlers can do that. So he has a well-rounded threat on the ground, and to complement his game, he's developed really good boxing. He's kind of a Dutch kickboxer because he is a boxing stylist. He likes his jabs and his punches. He prefers the punching exchanges. That being said, he did just get a head kick knockout. He's got a great body kick. So he's definitely developing his kicks, but his stand-up is respectful. It's really respectable. He just came off that big knockout. His stand-up with RDA, who's known for his striking, was, I would say, almost dead even. So he can definitely strike with people. So yeah, very good grappler, great takedowns, very respectable striking. He's very athletic. He's got a lot of dog. He's very gritty. He wants to win. But his opponent, Charles Oliveira, he is tall for the division. He's a very technical Muay Thai striker. He's got a good teep. He's got very good low kicks. He's got a great check hook. He's very good in the clinch. He's got great knees in the clinch. He always delivers a nice elbow on the break. Very technical, though. He's not a brawler by any means. Looks for opportunities a lot. He's not like spamming attacks at you. But all in all, he's a very good striker. But Charles Oliveira's real bread and butter is got to be his ground game. His jiu-jitsu conceivably is some of the best in the lightweight division. You could say Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson might have something to say about that. But other than that, God, Charles Oliveira has got so many submission wins. He's got a very dangerous guard. He's got that Python jiu-jitsu. He's just very slick. He's got really good chokes, triangles, rear nakeds, Darce chokes, guillotines. He's got wins with all of those. Super dangerous if he takes your back. So that is probably his strongest suit, is his ground game. So going into this fight for Kevin, I would probably avoid the ground game. I would probably try to keep this fight standing, but at the same time, I think he might get outstruck there. He may have to mix it up and kind of do what Paul Felder did and just kind of use that athleticism and that grittiness to make the fight kind of ugly. And because Charles does have a knock where if the fight gets ugly and the fight gets really tough for him, he has been known to kind of break. If I were Kevin, that's what I would do. I would try to get into that mid-range boxing range, mix it up, hopefully find some success there, get some takedowns in there, but be really careful when you get on the ground with Charles Oliveira. Be careful not to get caught in a guillotine when you're getting those takedowns. Maybe push him up against the fence and try to beat him up there. That being said, I do think that's the way that Kevin can win this fight. But that being said, if he pushes Charles up against the fence, I think Charles is good enough in the clinch that he's going to land nice knees there. He's got a great elbow. And I think he'll land those tools. If Kevin takes him down and gets him on the ground, Charles is going to be very dangerous with submission threats from there. And then standing, I think Charles will beat him there too. I think that Charles is just a little bit too technical, a little bit too smart on his feet. So my pick for this fight is yet again the unpopular pick. I think that Charles Oliveira is a ninja. I think he's really good. He doesn't get enough credit. I think that stylistically he is a bad matchup for Kevin. I think everything Kevin wants to do or should want to do to win this fight, I think it's going to be bad for him to try to do that to Charles. Um, that being said, I mean, the only thing that I think Kevin has going for him is he is more athletic than Charles, and he does have more dog in him. So maybe he can make this ugly and make Charles quit. But other than that, I mean, my prediction is I'm going to go with the unpopular one again. I think that Charles outstrikes him, forces a grappling exchange, and then gets a submission. So I do think that Charles will win this fight. Yeah, there's my prediction. Aren't you guys? I will see you next time.